Stretching your holiday budget can feel like squeezing a lemon dry, but sprucing up your home for Christmas doesn't have to drain your wallet. Cheap Christmas decor can create just as much magic as high-priced finds, sometimes even more. Ever wondered how a pine cone or a simple jar can become the talk of your Christmas dinner? With a few clever tricks, everyday items can transform your space into a winter wonderland. Ready for ideas that are easy on your wallet and big on charm? Why spend a fortune when pine cones, glass jars, and a bit of red ribbon can create a festive, cozy centerpiece? Grab pine cones from your backyard, pop a candle in a jar, and tie it all up with rustic twine. It's quick, budget-friendly, and looks like something straight off a fancy holiday Pinterest board. This idea isn't just easy on your wallet, it's highly customizable. Swap the ribbon for plaid, add cinnamon sticks, or sprinkle fake snow for extra flair. However, remember to keep candles away from flammable materials. Safety first, even when it comes to creativity. Gold and red ornament garland adds instant cheer to any table. Pairing these classic colors with mini pine sprigs elevates even the simplest setting. Try threading shiny baubles and faux greenery along a string. No fancy skills needed. This hands-on project costs little, but the effect is pure holiday magic. Skip overpriced centerpieces this year. Instead, gather leftover ornaments and a handful of pine trimmings from your backyard or local market. Arrange them down the center of your table. Guests will notice the sparkle and fresh scent, not the price tag. Isn't that the real spirit of the season? Ever tried stuffing a mason jar with pine sprigs, cranberries, and a floating candle? It's shockingly easy and adds warmth to any table. You'll find most supplies at dollar stores or your own backyard. Light the candle, and suddenly your space feels like a holiday postcard without the price tag. However, be cautious with water levels and open flames. Don't forget to trim the candle wick, or you might invite more smoke than cheer. For extra flair, tie twine around the jar's neck. Simple, budget-friendly, and people assume you spent hours planning. Why pay more for atmosphere? A fluffy snowman, crafted from leftover white fabric, brings instant cheer to your entry table. Raid your closet or a thrift store for scarves. No need to splurge. These secondhand finds add bursts of color and personality. Guests won't believe your centerpiece cost less than a fancy coffee. Skip fancy craft kits. Instead, grab scissors, some buttons, and glue. No sewing skills needed. The snowman's chubby shape hides imperfections, so even kids can help. Try swapping different scarves as the season changes. It's cozy, cheerful, and easy on the wallet. What's not to like? Sprucing up your space for Christmas doesn't have to drain your wallet. A giant ornament wall hanging, crafted from yarn-wrapped balls and wooden dowels, looks festive and playful. Use old yarn scraps and lightweight foam balls. Assemble with hot glue and string. No fancy tools required. Friends will think you spent a fortune. Is it perfect? Hardly. Yarn can fray, and the ornaments may not last forever. But that's part of the charm. Each piece reflects a bit of homemade magic. If a ball droops, just readjust or add another dowel. Who says holiday cheer needs to be flawless or expensive? Candy cane place card holders bring cheer to your Christmas table for pennies. 3 candy canes, a ribbon, and a handwritten tag are all you need. Arrange the canes to stand upright, tie them together, and tuck in a card. The result? Festive, low-cost flair that guests actually notice. Handwritten tags add warmth and a personal touch, showing you care without breaking the bank. Even kids can help create them, making this a fun family project. Sure, these holders may wobble if bumped, but their charm outweighs any minor hiccups at the table. Framed mini Christmas trees from yarn, twigs, and scrap cardboard are a wallet-friendly solution with serious charm. Cut cardboard into triangles, wrap with green yarn, and glue on found twigs for trunks. Pop them in old photo frames. Who knew leftovers could spark so much festive cheer on a shoestring? These simple trees aren't just easy, they let you flex creative muscles without a hefty bill. Mix different yarn colors or add buttons for ornaments. The only catch? Yarn can unravel if not secured. A dab of glue at the ends fixes that. Suddenly, upcycling feels like holiday magic. Turn empty plastic water bottles into festive baubles with just a bit of paint. Cut the bottles into sections, shape them, and coat with red, green, or gold. Hang them on your tree or windows. This option saves money and keeps more plastic out of landfills. Who needs store-bought? Sure, homemade decorations may lack the sparkle of glass ornaments, but they add a personal touch. Kids love helping, and each piece becomes a story. If you're aiming for a luxury look, try adding glitter or ribbon. Sometimes imperfect means more memorable. Isn't that what Christmas is really about? Dollar Tree glass bowls can morph into shimmering snow globe centerpieces with little fuss or expense. Grab a few, add fake snow, tiny figurines, and a sprinkle of glitter. Flip the bowl over a festive base. Suddenly, your table sparkles and guests wonder if you spent a fortune when you barely spent $5. These budget-friendly creations look high-end but skip the sticker shock. They're quick to assemble, so even last-minute decorators can join the fun. Sure, the glass isn't luxury grade, but who's inspecting closely at a holiday party? Sometimes the magic comes from creativity, not a fancy price tag. Cardboard isn't just for shipping boxes. Snip and stack a few sturdy sheets, and you've got the base for a striking, gold-painted Christmas tree that stands out in a sleek, modern home. This approach saves money, cuts waste, and lets your creative side shine, literally, with that metallic paint. Worried about durability? Cardboard holds up better indoors than you'd guess. Add a coat of clear sealant for extra protection. For a personal touch, stencil geometric shapes or add string lights. Who says festive has to mean expensive or overdone? Sometimes less really is more. Dried orange slices, cinnamon sticks, and a sprig of greenery can turn a bland front door into a festive greeting. Anyone with kitchen twine and a few minutes can make this wreath. The scent? Irresistible. It's budget-friendly, compostable, and works even for folks who claim to lack a crafty bone. Skip the expensive store-bought options. Gather leftover oranges and snip some yard trimmings. Thread everything onto wire, then hang. Neighbors might ask if you spent a fortune. Let them wonder. This approach saves cash and reduces waste, although it may not survive a heavy rain. Consider wood slice ornaments for your tree. Grab a few wood discs, some acrylic paint, and let your creativity run wild. Paint snowmen, Santas, or reindeer faces. These ornaments add character and warmth. Plus, they're affordable and make perfect projects for kids or groups. Imperfections actually make them charming. Skip glitter and store-bought plastic. Handmade wooden ornaments last longer and often look better. Hang them with twine for a farmhouse effect. Want to save even more? Use fallen branches from your yard. Friends may even ask where you bought them. Let them in on your thrifty secret. Tiered wood slice candle stands look festive and cost a fraction of store-bought centerpieces. Grab some wood slices, hardware stores or backyard, stack 3, and glue together. Add moss, pine cones, and berries you find outside or at craft shops. It's rustic, affordable, and makes your table feel magical. Keep in mind, real moss and berries may dry out or attract bugs if left out too long. Swap in faux pieces for longer use. Ask yourself, why spend big on decorations when creativity and a little scavenging can spark more holiday cheer? This DIY wins on charm and budget. Fairy lights bring instant warmth to any living room, especially when strung across windows or shelves. Pairing them with handmade paper snowflake cutouts adds a playful, wintry charm. This combo costs little but feels festive and fresh. Who says you need expensive decor to set the holiday mood? Paper snowflakes are easy to make with kids or friends. Just fold, snip, and hang. Mix different shapes and sizes for best effect. Sure, they might not last forever, but that's half the fun. Swapping them out each year keeps things interesting and your wallet happy. Mini felt elf stockings strung across a wall add instant cheer without denting your wallet. They're lightweight, reusable, and simple enough for kids to help craft. Want to personalize? Use fabric markers or glue-on buttons. The playful look trumps plain garland, making even blank walls feel festive. Of course, felt isn't the most durable material. Stockings may sag if overloaded with treats or trinkets. Stick to lightweight fillers, think candy canes or notes, and they'll last all season. For renters, strings mean no holes or fuss. Who knew a bit of felt could spark so much holiday spirit? Who says holiday cheer needs a big budget? Snip a few pine branches from your backyard or a local park. Pop them into clean, recycled bottles. Add a few sprigs of bright red berries for a pop of color. This setup feels festive and costs next to nothing. This method lets you reuse what you have, cut down on waste, and give your space a cozy, natural vibe. No need for fancy ornaments or glitter. The scent of pine fills the room, and the look is both timeless and unfussy. Why overcomplicate things? String lights and simple ornaments can turn a bare wall into a festive focal point. Arrange lights in a zigzag tree shape, then hang ornaments directly from the bulbs or on pushpins. This setup costs little and saves space, perfect for apartments or small rooms with curious pets. While budget-friendly and easy to assemble, a string light tree won't fill your home with the scent of pine. Still, it glows warmly and offers endless room for creativity. Experiment with colored lights or homemade ornaments. Don't be surprised if guests ask how you pulled it off for pennies. Stretch your holiday budget by crafting a dollar store ornament topiary in a tall glass vase. Grab a mix of colorful plastic ornaments, stack them neatly, and add a little greenery for that festive touch. It catches the eye and looks expensive, but your wallet stays happy. While this centerpiece dazzles on a dining table or mantel, keep in mind that lightweight ornaments sometimes wobble. Use a dab of hot glue to anchor each layer. Want extra sparkle? Mix in some battery-powered fairy lights for a cozy glow that rivals pricey store-bought decor. Repurposing old sheet music into a tabletop Christmas tree offers a charming, low-cost solution for festive decor. Roll pages into cones, arrange them in layers, and glue them onto a cone-shaped base. Top it off with a simple paper star. The result? Vintage style without breaking the bank. This project isn't just wallet-friendly, it's personal. Use music that means something to you. Maybe those piano lessons finally pay off. One downside, paper trees won't last forever. But who cares? Make a new one each year and let your creativity sing. Twine-wrapped mason jars with plaid ribbon bows bring farmhouse cheer without costing an arm and a leg. Grab some jars, a ball of twine, and leftover ribbon. Wrap, tie, and pop in a sprig of pine. Suddenly, your table looks like a scene from a cozy holiday postcard. This project takes minutes and suits any budget. Plus, you can reuse the jars for other seasons by swapping out the ribbon. A minor downside, twine can fray if handled roughly. Still, the charm, thrift, and flexibility easily outweigh this small flaw. A boho macrame wall hanging, dotted with tiny red pom-poms and sprigs of greenery, instantly adds character without thinning your wallet. This DIY piece brings warmth and festive cheer, yet stays subtle. Anyone with basic knotting skills and a few craft supplies can pull off this charming look. Instead of shelling out for store-bought decor, why not make one yourself? Attach faux pine, eucalyptus, or even clipped rosemary for a fresh twist. The pop of red against neutral chord grabs attention but doesn't overwhelm. Just remember, less is more, and imperfection gives it heart. Pinecone garlands made with twine and wooden beads cost next to nothing but give your porch a rustic, cheerful flair. Grab a handful of fallen pine cones, thread them onto sturdy twine, and add wooden beads between each one. This hands-on project is simple, festive, and won't empty your wallet. While these garlands bring natural beauty, they might not last through harsh storms. Hang them under cover or bring them inside during bad weather. But for mild climates, this decor trick offers a charming, eco-friendly touch that looks expensive, even though it's really just clever and resourceful. A neutral burlap banner stamped with Merry Christmas offers a classic look that fits almost any decor style. The natural texture feels cozy and simple. Add a few tiny jingle bells, and suddenly you've got festive cheer without spending much. Who says holiday magic needs to cost a fortune? If you want a quick seasonal update, this banner is a solid bet. Hang it over your mantel or across a window. It's lightweight, reusable, and easy to store. Just remember, burlap can fray, so handle gently and avoid damp spots to keep it looking sharp year after year. Empty paper rolls pile up fast, so why not turn them into quirky snowmen? Grab some white paint, leftover yarn, and a handful of old buttons. Kids love gluing on the eyes and wrapping the scarves. The best part? Each snowman ends up with its own personality. Sure, these little guys won't fool anyone for porcelain, but they spark conversation and charm guests. Plus, making them costs pennies. Try grouping several together on your mantel for a cheerful, homespun look. Don't have buttons? Marker-drawn faces and ribbon scraps work just as well. Grab some cardboard from your last delivery and cut out simple star shapes. A quick coat of gold paint turns scraps into elegant decor. Thread them onto plain string, and voila, an affordable, chic garland is born. Why spend big when your recycling bin hides this easy win? This garland suits renters and tiny spaces. It's lightweight, reusable, and doesn't scream for attention. Just don't expect it to outlast a toddler's curiosity or a cat's wild paws. Still, it's a budget-friendly way to add understated sparkle that feels festive, not fussy. Old sweaters piling up in your closet? Cut them into stocking shapes, stitch the edges, and you've got cozy, one-of-a-kind Christmas stockings. Hang them on your staircase and tuck in pine sprigs for a pop of color and aroma. This trick saves money and adds charm instantly. Don't worry if your sewing skills are basic. Even simple hand stitching works. Odd colors or patterns only add character, so don't fuss over perfection. Upcycling sweaters beats buying mass-produced stockings. You're helping the planet and personalizing your holiday. Why settle for boring when you can create something memorable? Few things say Christmas like classic red and gold ball ornaments. Hanging them vertically on velvet ribbon adds instant elegance. This trick creates a sense of height, making even the tiniest corner festive. Velvet ribbon costs little but looks expensive, fooling the eye and saving your wallet. Skip pricey specialty garlands. Velvet ribbon and standard ornaments achieve a similar wow factor for a fraction of the price. Want it to look intentional? Group several strands together and vary the heights. Friends might think you hired a pro. In reality, you spent less than a coffee run. Forget costly decorations. A cluster of cardboard cones, painted green and sprinkled with glitter, can easily mimic a cheerful mini tree forest. Line them up on your side table for instant festive spirit. This setup invites creativity, plus it's budget-friendly and safe for kids to help with assembly. Want to add dimension? Vary the cone sizes and shades of green for a lively effect. If you're short on time, stickers or leftover ribbon work wonders for ornaments. The only real downside, cardboard isn't rainproof, so keep this display indoors where it can stay crisp and bright. Candle jars wrapped with cinnamon sticks and rustic twine bring warmth and charm to any holiday space. This simple craft takes only minutes and uses affordable materials. The cinnamon releases a subtle scent when the candle is lit, creating a cozy atmosphere without spending a fortune on store-bought decorations. While this idea looks inviting, remember that heat can dry out the cinnamon and affect scent over time. Replacing the sticks every so often keeps the display fresh. Try grouping several jars together for extra impact. Guests might even ask for your secret. Don't worry, your wallet will thank you. Decorating for the holidays doesn't have to drain your wallet. With these cheap Christmas decor ideas, anyone can fill their home with festive warmth and charm. Who knew a thrifted scarf or a humble pine cone could spark so much cheer? Ready to get crafty? Grab some ribbon, jars, or even an old sweater. Try a new project with your family or friends. These simple touches will make your space feel special, and your guests will remember the creativity long after the season ends.